On March 3rd, there's a total lunar eclipse in Virgo. And if you've been holding something together in your love life through sheer willpower and routine, this eclipse is about to ask you a very quiet, very honest question. Is this still working? Or have you just gotten good at pretending it is? Now, you don't have to believe that a full moon turning blood red on a Monday night has anything to do with your relationship. But stay with me for a few minutes. Because eclipses have a strange way of describing what's already true, and this one falls in the sign that knows the most about keeping it together. Virgo is the part of you that manages, the part that makes the grocery list, and remembers the dentist appointment, and folds his laundry even when you're furious with him. Virgo is the part of you that keeps the system running, at home, at work, in your relationship, long after the system has stopped serving you. And a lunar eclipse in Virgo illuminates that pattern, not gently, clearly. So let me ask you something specific. When was the last time someone in your house asked how you were doing, not because you were visibly falling apart, but just because they wanted to know? When was the last time you didn't cook dinner and nobody acted like it was a crisis? When was the last time you dropped one of the 47 balls you're juggling and someone else picked it up without being asked? If you had to think about that, this eclipse is talking to you. This eclipse opposes the sun in Pisces, the sign of surrender, of letting go, of trusting that things won't fall apart if you stop controlling them. The Virgo to Pisces axis is the tension between doing everything perfectly and releasing your grip long enough to see what actually holds without you. In love, that tension looks like this. You've been the one managing the emotional logistics of your relationship for so long that neither of you knows what happens if you stop. And that's terrifying, because maybe what happens is nothing. Maybe he doesn't step up. Maybe the silence where your effort used to be reveals something you haven't wanted to look at. But maybe, and this is what the Pisces sun is whispering, maybe what happens is you find out that your relationship can hold more than you think. That when you stop performing competence, something more honest shows up in its place. That the mess you're so afraid of is actually where the real conversation begins. Eclipses don't ask you to blow up your life. That's not how they work. What they do is remove something that's been blocking your view. They take away the coping mechanism, the workaround, the thing you've been doing instead of feeling what's underneath. And then they leave you there with what's real. For some of you, what's real might be grief. The quiet grief of realizing you've been carrying something alone that was always supposed to be shared. For others, it might be relief. The relief of finally admitting that the standard you've been holding everything to, the clean house, the perfect meal, the managed relationship, was never about love. It was about control. And you're old enough now to know the difference. I'm not saying a full moon caused any of this. I'm saying the pattern has a name, and sometimes having a name for the thing makes it easier to look at it honestly. That's all astrology is at its best, a language for what you already know. So here's what I'd suggest for this eclipse. Put something down, one thing, the task nobody thanks you for, the emotional labor nobody sees, the standard nobody asked you to maintain. Put it down and see what happens, not forever, just for this week, just to see. This eclipse could be the beginning of something you've been waiting for without knowing it. The beginning of a relationship where you're not the one holding everything, where someone else reaches for you the way you've been reaching for everyone else. You're not too old for that. You're not too tired for that. You are exactly ready for it.